What's up, most excellent friends?
It's Chrissy and Nathan from the Most Excellent 80s Movies.
It's the podcast where a filmmaker and a comedian
adventure their way through the 80s movies we think we love,
or might have missed.
Join us this season for a delightful discussion of some 80s gems.
We're doing The Dark Crystal and Purple Rain,
A James Bond Summer,
Superman 2, Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Police Academy,
and a bunch more 80s classics you love.
Scroll the back catalog for bangers like Who Framed Roger Rabbit,
The Goonies, Conan the Barbarian, The Breakfast Club, and more.
Plus, don't miss our ratings and deep cut recommendations.
And members get some extra fun chit-chat with the hosts after the show.
Download the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast today at True Story FM.
Or find it wherever the finest podcasts are stored.
And do remember to keep the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast motto in mind.
Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes! Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast. Want to skip those ads and get early access? Become a member at truestory.fm/join and discover all the other great perks that come with it. Hello and welcome to the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast. It's the podcast where a filmmaker, a comedian, and their guests ice pirate their way through the movies of the 80s that we think we love or might have missed. And today we're talking about Ice Pirates, a movie selection from 1984, about which Google says, water is the most precious commodity in the galaxy, where Princess Karina is trying to find her father, who has disappeared after discovering treacherous information. She is sold to space pirates, who she enlists in helping her track down her father. That's only kind of, I guess, what the movie is about. But to discuss it today with me, oh, by the way, I'm Christy Lenz, director of the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona. And with me, as always, is
Nathan Blackwell, independent filmmaker with Squishy Studios and master of self-introductions.
Yes. And today we have two fabulous guests.
Oh my God.
Not one, but two.
Yes. Let us bound their identities together and call them the filmmaking duo of Sean Oliver and Drew Leatham of Third Productions.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Yes, a pleasure.
So Sean's been with us before. Right, Sean?
Yeah, I did Enemy Mine.
Oh,
yeah, maybe a year ago or so. So I'm very, very happy to be back and watching weird 80 movies at your request.
Yeah, so obviously we thought of you guys when we thought of Ice Pirates because we had never seen the movie and we didn't know if you had seen the movie.
Well, yeah, you hit me up, and it's kind of a weird special one because we did see this movie mounted as a stage play done by our old high school.
Yes,
it was amazing.
That's really my only experience with Ice Pirates beyond this.
No, that's the only reason I had previously watched it. If they had not done it on stage, I never would have watched it before.
So quickly, tell us a little about yourselves.
Go for it.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Sean Oliver, and I've been making movies with Drew for 10, 15 years now, so also kind of fitting in that independent filmmaker category. We just wrote and produced our first feature film called Forever Home, which will be for like a future podcast 30, 40 years from now when they watch obscure movies. Independent filmmakers can watch our movie and then talk about whether they thought it was a good idea or a bad idea to make it. But yeah, so that's a little bit about me. Drew, I know Drew's got a bunch of other stuff he does. He might want to.
My name is Drew Latham. I work in a lot of film. Of course, love doing indie and a lot of projects with Sean. I'm also a piano teacher and a performer. I'll be performing in The Diary of Anne Frank with Child's Play Theater They're a pretty well-known theater company out of Tempe that does a lot of theater for youth, like arts and touring kid shows and stuff like that. So I'm excited to be playing with them, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also a master of self-introductions.
Yes, it's our strong suit.
Yeah. I've known these gentlemen for many years. Sean has also he has a bit part in my movie, the last movie ever made.
Yes.
But we're both.
I call it a cameo, not a big part.
It's a
but-
cameo. You know what though? You've got like 2 scenes, so it's not a cameo.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Well, I mean, like if you were like, it's like if
I wish I had
like,
lost 20 pounds for that second scene, though. It's not a good angle of me.
Well, it only takes place like 2 or 3 days later. So it would be weird if you lost the weight from one scene to the next.
I would have rather my stunt double come in for that full body shot.
Yeah, well, it was a white. It was not a flattering lens. That's,
It was all the lens.
But Sean and I both teach at Glendale Community College. A film. Yeah, we teach one class a semester. And it's been fun. This semester, we both taught the same class, just separately, but
in competition.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, "So what? I don't know what to do with these guys." And he was.
What was the
helpful.
class?
It was video production. Basically, it's like intro
FMP
to,
108.
Yeah, and basically it's intro to film and video production. So it's a bunch of baby filmmakers. Trying to figure out if they want to do this or not.
Yeah, even young people that have no idea what it takes to make a movie, and then as they learn even the slightest amount of what it really is like, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's more fun to watch them than it is to make them.
This seems hard.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of work. Which is something that I kept saying while watching Ice Pirates was how much work had to have hard.
Sometimes it doesn't all come together.
No.
Yeah, and you don't know till the end. I think that's what also people don't realize is no one.
Hardest part.
Every movie started out as a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
This movie really reminded you of that. So let's definitely swing back to the stage production, but let's go ahead and get into.
Ice Pirates.
Yeah, so I'll throw this out to everyone. What's your past with the movie Ice Pirates?
I have no past. With the movie? No past with the movie Ice Pirates.
Just my stage play. That was it.
Yeah, I think this is a unique episode because I don't think any of us had really seen the movie in any genuine capacity beforehand.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, no one was like running over with that VHS being like, you gotta see this.
Yeah. And I'm sure people like cherry picking episodes might pass over Ice Pirates of the podcast, but I had always seen it like on like cult movie lists, or I'd seen it like at it pop up somewhere, and yeah, this is my first Ice Pirate experience.
Well, even when we've kind of turned it on, our first thought, we're like, so is this kind of like supposed to be like a parody of like Spaceballs level? And then as we're like, because it is a comedy, but they want you to take it pretty serious, not seriously, but it is not a parody. I do think it's trying to be its own space adventure,
right?
And then they got their jokes and stuff. But going in totally blind, it did take me a minute to try and like settle into like what they were trying to accomplish a little bit.
Exactly, because your first impulse is that this is a Star Wars knockoff, that this is like Star Crash or
with a narrator,
Battle Beyond the Stars, or like this is basically like, okay, they filmed in Italy. There's only 4 actors who natively speak English, and they're the leads, and they can't act. That's the assumption, and then they're basically going to be making up mumbo jumbo about like mythology and plot because that's what nerds want to see. But I think the surprise is the pirate aspect. I think the surprise of Ice Pirates is they tried to make I heard that they were going to make it a serious space adventure for 20 million. But when their budget got slashed to 8 million, they said, "Okay, we're rewriting it as a comedy."
That's
And
probably
I think,
smart.
yeah, and I think that it is literally a comedy and not an action movie that you're supposed to that you laugh at, and that that it also really is a pirate movie more than a space movie.
No, the pirate stuff
is
really
the
comes through.
surprise. Yeah.
When they get to, I already forgot the name in the movie, but when they like get to Tortuga and the port with all the pirates, where they like know them, and that was for me what felt like the most believable moment in the movie. It was this like, oh, they're here, they have all their friends, they always come into port here. This is where they drop off their ice hauls or whatever.
Right,
I love that.
Like there's two skanks like fighting each other in the crowd. It's like, I'm home.
Yeah, no, I think because even when it starts pretty like, again, like serious might be the wrong
Silly.
word, but like straight. But
Yeah,
then you
take
get to
care
that
of it.
toilet gag, which is when
Yeah.
they finally breach,
care of
and then
it.
that's where
Take care
it's
of it.
revealed like this is where we're going.
Mhm.
Is like you got this goofy alien on a toilet, and they literally bonk his head and knock him out, right? And I was like, okay, we want to laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Chrissy, do you want to take us through some of the plot, because you're always better at taking notes than
I think I've never taken more notes and yet understood less of the movie. So the galaxy is run dry. There's no water, and the only way that people can get water outside of the control of the Templars is through ice pirates.
right. So we've got like space medieval bad guys.
Mm-hmm. It's space
They're
medieval.
literally just Templars, like
Yeah, they're in chain
pulled
metal.
from a
It's
different
amazing.
era and put on a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
So we start with an ice pirate raid of a Templar ship, and we get to meet our crew.
Mm-hmm. And
We also-
our lead is Robert
Ulrich.
So yeah, Robert Urich. Urich. Yeah, it's you read the name, you don't. Okay, so yeah, you may know him from Spencer for Hire and other like TV movies, and straight to video stuff. He's very charismatic.
Yes, he's very charming in this.
But the secret joy is baby Anjelica Huston and Ron Perlman in this movie.
Yeah,
they're great.
Anjelica Huston is the treat.
Yes, she's the treat.
So while they're invading this ship, they find a princess who is trapped in a smoke chamber.
That dry ice looked good. It was
There's
gold.
so
Looks
much.
good.
That was their fifth
if
element
If we're
moment.
judging this movie on use of dry ice, like it's at least an 8 or a 9.
And as Drew pointed out, this is all pre-LED. All those lights.
Oh yeah,
every
all those little
panel,
robot lights. I was impressed.
they're like tiny little heated up light bulbs that are gonna like set fire to stuff.
Intelligence.
And there are a lot of little lights.
Oh,
I
everywhere.
was
They're
impressed
everywhere.
with the little robots. They took them very far.
Yeah, there's little R2D2 style robots, but there's big Cyberman style robots too.
Yeah, that's mainly what we're getting is like, and it's really hard to tell the good guy robots from the bad guy robots, like at all.
It's because they're all the same model. That's in lore,
Right.
That's how it would
General
be.
dynamics
Nathan.
is winning. That's who's got to.
Good guys can't keep painting their robots blue, and the bad guys painting theirs red. It just doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, in real life, they wouldn't really do that.
No, I really appreciated the little droids. I thought those were all great and a lot of fun. The Cybermen definitely had some Power Rangers vibe.
Yeah, they were a little gross.
Because they're so peoply. 'Cause they're people in the suit, so they felt very like organical to me instead of mechanical.
Mm-hmm. But man, they really mistreated those small robots.
I don't even remember the name, but we were treated with one of the Cybermen is kind of like has his own arc throughout as the like.
That's true.
The one that kind of keeps breaking and the dude's fixing them, but I can't even remember. They really didn't give them enough distinction. He should have had
but
like
I
a
did
cool
want to
antenna.
point out when he finds the princess, the first thing he does is try to look at her boobs.
Yeah, and you said he was
Yes,
You know what,
he
charming.
does.
Let's be fair.
And
That's the
Nathan
second thing he
found
does.
him
That's the
charming.
second thing.
It happens very quickly, but that's
When he's very, very quickly, his plan is to steal her. That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he sees
He
an
says-
unconscious woman and he wants to get a look, and then and all his crew is like, "Here we go again." Like,
to be fair, like that is the pirate move. Let's kidnap the rich important person.
and they want like a ransom, so it's not all sexual
You're right.
weirdness. It's some of it's money motivated, which is a lot more honorable, I think.
He does say to his crew when they're like, "Let's get out of here. We're not here for the princess. We're here for the ice." He's like, "Whatever happened to we rape and pillage?" And I'm like, "What?
Oh
That's
man,
a joke. That's a joke that they make."
I find it fascinating that we mythologize like literally some of the like Vikings and ninjas, like literally some of the worst people that have ever existed. Yeah, but we like a rebel. We like an outlaw.
Yeah.
You know.
they really
And if-
stuck it to the king, though, right?
It's almost like if like 100 years from now we like mythologized like carjackers or human traffickers. Like it's literally the worst
Mhm.
people. You know, you would not want to hang out with most pirates, I think.
Right. So the pirates have a big kerfuffle with the guard. Ron Perlman gets his hand cut off, and it's very casual.
Very casual.
Not the
They
first
fight,
time.
It's part
And
of the
the way-
mythology.
The way these Cyberman robots work is that you have to encourage them to fight. You have to be like, "Get in there, chop, 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 chop him, fight him,
Go in.
go,
Never
go, go."
clearly has an actor been given a like just keep
And
going
ad-lib.
and just
go for
ad
it.
lib some stuff. And it's like, why don't you give him a few more pieces of dialogue so he doesn't just keep repeating the same 2 or 3.
Mhm.
I don't blame the actor in this regard. That was a behind the
Mhm.
camera. But I
Um,
liked that interpretation though, Chrissy, that these
Mhm.
they only run off of encouragement.
Verbal
and that
praise.
makes a lot more sense to me now.
Mhm.
So the pirates escape. They steal the princess, and the princess is very mad at them. When she wakes up from her smoky bath, and they escape by playing chicken with the little Templar ship. And they end up getting captured. Their ship splits in 3.
Mhm.
That's their big escape plan, is that their ship splits into 3 little
Modularity.
pockets.
Mini ships.
Mhm.
And the handsome guy and his best friend get captured. I had to learn the friend's name by pushing pause on Amazon and finding out that his name was Roscoe. I don't think that they ever refer to him by name.
As a Roscoe.
Right.
But I kept
names
just writing
definitely-
down the friend.
I think Killjoy
Yeah,
is
the
one
best
name that I
friend.
really picked up.
Right. That was the big guy who they met in prison. Who
Yes.
was really nice
Yeah, what a friend.
and very
Mhm.
sensitive, and I think he ends up playing Sloth in Goonies.
That's-
What?
really? I did not
Yes.
place that at all.
I had to look it up. Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh,
But they're in prison, and they learn that what's going to happen is they're going to be redesigned. They're going to be castrated and lobotomized. And
put into
Why just
Turn
one?
into
It's
giant
also
Why just
magic.
one?
Oompa-Loompas. Yeah.
yeah, their hair and their eyebrows get turned white, which I don't understand that bit.
Also, around this part of the movie is where the lead really starts to look like
Ugh.
Bill Hader.
It's secretly
Yeah.
Bill Hader's dad.
And
Secretly.
so, for Drew and I, for the rest of the watch, we're just deep faking in our brain Bill Hader into every scene.
Yes, I love that. He does look like Bill Hader.
Especially in that wig.
But in the albino, the
I
the
had totally
white
forgotten about this section.
is that an aesthetic choice? Like, are they choosing to make them have white hair and eyebrows, or is that a side effect of lobotomizing them?
It's a side effect of castration.
Right. Oh my god. Yeah, you're so startled. I think socially they've got to be able to identify them, and
Okay.
so that's probably what they landed on.
But the way that they do this is they put them on a conveyor belt and they go through and they get like cleaned up and shaved and like
Which I think Drew
vacuumed
noticed was a
and
bottling
Mhm.
factory.
Everyone
It is.
was
It's
taking a
totally
lot
a
of pleasure
Coca-Cola
out of their
bottling
job on
factory.
that conveyor belt.
they were.
There was a lot of employee satisfaction.
Especially
It
the
feels
two
good to
guys that
not
are
be on the
shaving
belt.
their faces.
Yeah.
I
They're
love
doing it-
the shaky old man hand coming in for the face shave. That's a great bit. I love that bit.
Yeah, say what you will about this movie, but it the level of comedy, it's not like Spaceballs to where it's like a parody of everything. It's like you have to get a
Mhm.
reference. They're genuinely going for a comedy, you
Yeah,
know.
Right.
and it's in world. It's like from themselves is where that comedy is
Right.
coming
And
from.
and I like looking at the cover and looking at like clips and things like that, like I was surprised at like how comedic it is as a comedy, you know? Like it rides like a genuine, it's not going super lowbrow. It's definitely moments of lowbrow. But yeah, it's actually like a comedy, which was a surprise.
Mm-hmm. And it's not bad. It was pretty funny. I laughed more at this than I laughed at Scrooged.
Yeah.
And they do escape getting their dicks cut off. They don't get their dicks cut off. They
Thanks
get
to the
only
princess.
Mhm.
The
She
princess
comes in.
the
saves him.
princess. And then she buys them. They're pretending
Right.
that they got redesigned, and the princess comes in and buys them. And she does say that she wants the black one because he'll match the wallpaper.
Yeah. It's
A little bit
Yeah.
of casual racism in this
There's,
movie.
there's
Mhm.
definitely
It's
some
casual.
dated casual racism
Yeah.
peppered throughout.
Yeah.
But it's also nice that the character Roscoe, he gets a lot of moments in
Yes.
the movie. He's, it's like there's one part where he's painted his robot black. It's like, oh, why'd you paint him black? Because I want him to be perfect.
Yeah.
So
Love
so
it.
he does get his moments, and he's kind of like the robot tinkerer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like despite maybe two or three upsetting moments of jokes and things like that, that he does get that all the characters get like a certain degree of agency among them,
Yeah.
it's
They
like
all get their
again,
moments.
it's like when I say that I was surprised it's a comedy, it's like I was surprised that it wasn't as terrible as I was expecting.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway of Ice Pirates.
Put it
So
on
they
the
do.
VHS.
They have to kidnap the princess. Well, they don't kidnap the princess so much as they help her to escape, to go on her quest. And their first stop is the pirate moon, which is the part that Drew liked. Where
Tortuga.
there's like
Mhm.
there's fighting and there's pirate sex workers and
Swashbuckling.
Mhm.
there's definitely swashbuckling, and they there was a really confusing moment though where they're escaping the princess's ship, and Roscoe gets into a car with Killjoy.
Oh yeah, after the robot pimp is like, hey,
Robot pimp.
we
Yeah.
take
Oh,
credit,
God, I
gold,
forgot
whatever
about
you've
this moment
got.
entirely.
It was so ridiculous. I couldn't handle it.
And they get in the car with him, but then they're all the next moment all on the ship together.
Yeah, no, it just
Yeah.
cut. It just cut, and I didn't like pause and think about.
We need to find that hidden deleted scene.
Yeah, there's a
It's
deleted
out
scene
there.
somewhere
Mhm.
that
Like,
bridges
the
gap.
robot brothel just doesn't really pan out how we thought it would. Let's just cut
Yeah.
it.
There are at least like 5 totally bonkers moments if you just describe them to someone. They're like, "What is this movie?" Like
How does
honestly,
that connect?
like the best case scenario to see Ice Pirates is at a midnight screening when you've got like a
Yeah.
beer in your hand.
It would be great with a
It-
nice rowdy crowd.
Yeah, with an audience, this movie is a much better experience, because there's just so much that's just crazy.
Even I think Drew and
Yeah.
I experienced that watching it together instead of alone. We
Yeah,
got a
it
lot of
was
value
so much
of,
better
of
watching it
having
together.
someone to soundboard off of a little bit.
Mhm.
I watched it with my husband Dorian, and he kept being like, "This movie is insane. This movie is bonkers." He was
There's
like,
so
he
many
kept
set
looking up
pieces.
facts about it, and he'd be like, "This movie cost $9 million. This movie costs only $2,000 less, or $2 million less than Star Wars." And he was just looking at facts and telling me facts about the movies. Speaking of weird little parts, at one point an egg erupts and
Yeah,
Full
a little
alien.
monster comes out,
Right.
and they keep describing it as space herpes.
the
It's
space herp.
herpes.
You got the space herp. It happens.
It happens. It's a little
That's-
it's a little like snail-like creature.
Right. It's almost like the Wrath of Khan like earwig thing.
Yeah.
You know, but
It was
bigger.
probably the grossest alien thing in the whole movie, though. That's probably the
Yeah.
one part I was like,
Most
"Ugh, I don't
nasty.
want that thing getting near me."
Mhm.
No,
It
is.
did
It's
feel
the
like maybe one of those. Go ahead, Drew.
It's the 5-minute alien sequence, right?
Yeah.
We have the 5-minute alien sequence,
Uh-huh.
shortly to be followed about 30 minutes later by the 5-minute Mad Max sequence.
Yes,
Which are
I
both
love the
movies
Mad Max
that literally
sequence.
they came out in 79, right? Ice Pirates is 84, and Alien and Mad Max released like 2 months apart from each other in 79, which
Wow.
I did not know.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what a year for movies.
We
But
can
also
see
the Ice
Yeah, we can see the timeline of the screenwriting. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Mhm. So I love the Mad Max part. They learn that the guy they're looking for, Lanky Nibs, is at a place called Sweetwater, which you can only get to over land. So they have to seduce this like frog creature.
Frog lady,
Mhm.
yes.
Frog lady.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Who is down to clown.
Who has a digital tongue. What did you guys think of her? Like how did they do that
A
effect?
little
She had
lip there. I don't know. I want to
Some
know.
poor person probably painted it on frame by frame.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
That's my guess. But
As an
I was pretty
unfortunate
impressed.
person, not like
Uh-huh.
monetarily poor, like
Yeah.
just an unfortunate.
I don't know. They
person
probably
to
didn't
do
pay him very well either.
that.
There's all these cute prairie dogs in the like space
Yeah,
like
those
desert.
were great.
That, like it's like Caddyshack. They like pop up their little
Mhm.
heads.
I feel like that's an important moment. That's like a moment. It's like, okay, they want to have fun. This movie wants
Mhm.
us to have fun.
Well.
They're just not trying to get in and out and sell us a knockoff. Like by having, it's not important at all to the story, but just having these space groundhogs pop up and down as they're watching the events of things take place. This movie wants us to have fun.
Mhm.
They have this running joke of these like donkeys and pigs that they
Right.
that they pick up as babies.
Yeah, the guy they visit on the desert flats, he's got these furry babies, like these little donkeys and these little like
Little pigs.
these little pigs, peccaries, and I'm glad that it's like the guy dies, everything gets crushed, but they take home the furry babies.
Yeah, they keep them in the.
They play such a great part in like the time climax, though.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there
do.
yet.
It's a big setup. It's a big setup that pays off.
I was
Um,
impressed. I was very impressed with the giant payoff to these random little animals that
Yeah,
PETA
the
doesn't
cute
like
little
that are in
baby
the movie.
donkeys.
Mm-hmm.
So they find Lanky Nibs, and he is aged 20 years because he got too close to a time warp on his way to find the seventh world, which is where all the water flows freely, and they have
Falls from the
clouds and
sky.
rain,
Jeez.
and it's like this
Crazy.
paradise that they have to
Mhm.
try and find, and that's what her father was doing. Right? Is what we learned, that her father
Yeah.
was seeking this seventh world, and he found it, but he couldn't convey to them where it was.
But also
For
Templar
some
society and the evil Templar guy was like, we gotta shut this down.
I feel like if there's if there's one weakness to the film, it's just that I really don't have a grasp on who is the main bad guy and who is trying to stop them. It's really more seen from the pirates' point of view of gallivanting, and then people show up to stop them. Like, I don't really get a sense of who is the main bad guy.
Yeah, who were those? Like, were those just natives on the Mad Max roller? They were like on their land raid. Like, where did they come from?
That thing looks so dangerous. That to film it, I was like, that is just begging for an accident.
Yeah.
It
Were
had
they
a big
bounty
foam
hunters
skull on the front, like a big bouncy, like styrofoam skull that just like looked so unmenacing.
And like 12-foot diameter wheels, and then they're like making the stuntmen just run in front of it. And there's no way that thing can stop if something were to go wrong. But this is like the era of like Milo and Otis when we would, throw animals off waterfalls still. So film safety hadn't quite got to where it is now.
No, it was very unsafe, and it felt very unsafe. You felt the danger, the real life danger.
I feel like it added to the experience.
I was concerned for everybody.
Yeah, I was concerned. Like, but maybe this is one of those moments. It wasn't so much the production, but I was really concerned when Anjelica Huston was in that sword fight that preceded the desert flat scene. With the bounty hunter. It's like, no, don't kill her. She's too hot.
Yeah. So some of your best characters.
Yeah, exactly. You have to live to be better characters.
Anjelica Huston is very hot in this movie, and she's also very believable as a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
She was the best part, I felt.
All her stuff, I totally bought. Her and Ron Perlman. I could take the Ice Pirate spinoff with those two.
Absolutely. I love the development of her and Killjoy. Her just giving him the evil eye as he like just casually like touches her shoulder or whatever, like halfway through the film, and then by the end they're like in an embrace and a kiss as they find the seventh planet or whatever.
Yeah, they're like they're in like a rough codependent relationship. Yeah.
So I'm kind of confused on what happens next. They go back to the ship and he's reading Space Travel magazine.
Yes.
The space herpes ruins dinner.
Yep.
That's right. Super
and
gross.
That seems to just be a funny little part. Then they end up on a planet where women who are riding unicorns attack them. God.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, the fog.
Totally forgot about that
smoke
moment.
Planet.
Amazon. The unicorns are like bees because they'll hit you with the horn and then the horn rips out.
Yeah,
that was
or that's just really bad abuse towards unicorns. Yeah.
Does a unicorn horn grow back?
But yeah, like these women are jacked and they want to break you in half.
Fucking are. It's impressive. Well, no, and who is this guy? So in the like Amazonian planet world, there is this head a la Simpsons, a la Futurama. There's just this head guy, and I still don't. It seemed like he knew the princess's father, but I still do not know who he was.
It's so crazy.
A bit fuzzy
this is
on
the
that
craziest part of the movie.
It is, and it makes no sense. I like Drew, had no idea. Why are they here? Why is it Bruce Valanche?
Because I think the dad is there. It's all still, and I wish we could have like seen the dad at some other point. Because again, I was always very confused about finding this princess.
Did we only
mother.
see the dad when he was like super aged? Was that him at the beginning?
No, that's a different guy.
That's the emperor.
It's like head of Templar guy, which I also don't know why we saw or talked to.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I
So
didn't
they
fucking
they do make a funny Tylenol joke. He gets his head cut off, and he's like, "I have a splitting headache. Do you have a Tylenol?" And she's like, "You'll need more than a Tylenol if you don't tell me where my dad is." And I'm like, "They have Tylenol in this universe?"
Yeah, it's probably their one
Tylenol
like
survived.
big fourth
They
wall.
survived. They won the corporate wars. Yeah.
Yeah. So her father is there, but he's a robot.
You know what
Yeah.
this movie
Yes.
needed is a Darth Vader. Like he's not the head
Yes.
of the organization, but he's the bad
Mhm.
guy that they've got to fight at
No.
the end.
Yeah, there's no Fire
Yeah.
Lord. There
No,
is no there's
this-
no one that we're like waiting to defeat.
Like the main bad guy, I always thought was just like an administrator on whatever ship we were on, and he kept returning and being kind of in the background and being
Mhm.
upset
Yeah.
at things.
It's like a
was never
DMV
really-
worker's your villain.
Right, exactly. He was like the caseworker, but he was never like he never felt like he was the main bad guy,
To compare it to the other big Pirates movie, it's like you have Commodore Norrington, but no Barbossa. There was no
Right.
Right.
true villainous. There was just bureaucratic annoyingness guy.
Yeah, like you needed a Davy Jones, you needed a Barbossa, you needed someone to, and it's not even like Norrington was like the most mustache twirly. Like this guy was, this guy, he was like, like yeah, you just needed one more visible bad guy. It's like,
And he gets the one scene with that old Templar dude who's like dying and says he needs to give up his body or what. But you don't. That's the only time we ever spend alone with him, and we don't get any other chance to be like, what is this guy's motivation? Is he just evil? Is he?
I don't know if he's like
wasted
literally
opportunity.
the emperor of the universe, or he's just like the guy who was just there, who was like, he's like the daytime manager.
Yeah. So we find a ring in Bruce Valanche's mouth that has a hologram of the dad with coordinates.
What else you got in there? I think it's the line.
Yeah, that was a great one.
But I need to talk about the sex scene.
Yes, please. I've been waiting.
The best music ever in a sex scene.
It's really long.
It is. It's gratuitous.
So long.
It starts to make you wonder if this is going to take a turn into a slightly different film, maybe.
Right? I was like, how sexy is this going to get? And it gets pretty sexy, but they go into a little room and they put on a tape called Passion Storm.
Which is basically just a big slideshow.
But at some point, it is raining on them, and I'm like, water is supposed to be the most.
Yes.
You realize that's just
this is
recycled
egregious,
pee, right? That's just recycled pee.
Well, that's
even
what I
as
was
recycled
wondering.
pee, it has to be so valuable. Like we saw people like trading little drinks for like things, and these two are just having intense, dirty coitus.
Under this rain,
not even in like a bathtub
them.
where it's like just fills and contains. It just keeps coming. We all know how wasteful showers are. We were in Arizona. We grew up with little water drop puppets coming to our school telling us not to do that.
Can we talk just for a moment for the types of movies where water is so rare, like Waterworld? It's like you realize that you got to drink like a lot of water every day, right? Like
that's why I was stunned by the animals too.
I mean, it can be in low supply, but it can't be like I feel like droughts are only like a short-term problem because then everyone dies, right?
I get solved
typically.
In that
There's got to
way.
be. I guess there's like maybe there's a substitute, for.
Well, they seem to be drinking alcohol, but alcohol is like water based.
Yeah.
Alcohol is dehydrating. That's not.
Yeah, that's
super
not
great.
a good plan.
I kind of wanted to see the wealthy people like being lavish in their water, So it is like we have a lot of water, but the wealthy are like they've got house plants everywhere and like
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's like Dune works because there are planets that have water, and this planet doesn't.
Mhm.
And it's a resource that they're barely able to get by with. But yeah, it's tough. Like I feel like there would be a point where water would be in short supply, and then a lot of people would die, and then it would kind of normalize to where there'd be less people, but there's less water.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, there'll be as many
I don't
people
know.
as water can sustain.
Right. So maybe it's a recent problem.
But the sex scene was just like
Right,
if I was another pirate on the ship, I'd be very upset when they walk out naked,
Right.
sopping
Water.
wet. I'd be
Dripping in
very,
water.
Dripping in water.
and I would be in there with the canteen, scooping up their dirty sex water.
Right. Don't get me
later.
wrong. I'm excited about you guys, but
I didn't know we had a full-on shower in the hollow room.
right.
I would have been in there doing the passion storm alone,
Yeah.
drinking water
Yeah.
from the sky.
That was always an option.
So the Templars board their ship, and a robot shits itself.
Yes.
Did you
Yes,
guys
it
notice
does.
that part?
In one of the greatest
Yes, it
insert
does.
shots ever. The like production team with their like handful of bolts and oil
Right.
drop them at the same time.
That's on somebody's like reel. VFX reel.
Movies can make anything happen.
Yeah. So at this point, they're heading to the seventh world, and they are going through a time warp, so that every second is worth a day. So they're all aging rapidly.
And the
I
robots
loved.
apparently age faster than the humans. Like
Of course.
they're like disintegrating and falling apart, and the humans I was like, well, my beard is kind of
I've got like a 3-week beard.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's the highlight of the movie is this ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah.
this time
So
sequence,
many
without a
jokes
doubt.
pay off all of a sudden. Even the
The
sex
donkeys
scene.
and the pigs grow up. The sex scene pays off because she gets pregnant, has a baby.
Ooh. Yeah.
Which
Sorry
is so
They're like-
wonderful.
And I loved like it's like, oh, how is Nanny doing? Like the grandma maid.
She's just
She's
a
a
desiccated
skeleton.
corpse.
Brutal. Yeah, she's just a skeleton in the corner.
But the little boy is like a little mini pirate. And
Uh-huh.
then as
Mhm.
they fight the Templars, they start dying. Like Roscoe dies and Ron Perlman dies, and they're like, I'm getting too old for this shit, and then they just die.
I know.
Mhm.
The late stage wigs were amazing though.
Oh,
Like
They
they just
were.
had the gigantic wigs and beards.
Yeah,
It was
I love
so
how
goofy.
the princess, like her hair was so long that it became a problem for her. Like she
yes,
was
no,
getting
yeah, when it
caught
gets
in things.
stuck on that, yes,
Uh-huh.
it's so good.
And then the little kid grows up and he is now our lead.
He
And he
is
saves the
Robert
day.
Urich. He is.
Right.
Yep. He saves the day by killing 2 people. Like there's only 2 people left, and he kills them.
I did it, Dad.
I love you, Mom and Dad. And then zip
We've
zap
spent so
zop,
much time
they're out of
together,
the
yeah.
time warp.
Yeah, and I'm assuming she's still pregnant, but
Yeah, I
it's
think
like
so.
No, 'cause I
That-
thought
that kid is gone now.
My understanding was that the sex scene happens the first month. They don't make a good job of like explaining it.
you think
but
it happened in
that's
the time warp?
first thing that happened as they're headed to the time warp. That was my understanding, but I don't.
Oh,
I need to rewatch
okay.
it.
That's what those
Mhm.
space pirate guys hoping.
Right.
Well, because as it starts, she's all like, "Shouldn't you be at the helm?" or whatever, right? She's like,
Right.
"Shouldn't you? Aren't we like headed to the most dangerous part?" And he's like, "No, baby."
Right.
And then that bass line starts.
Right. Yeah. There could have been a moment to where it's like, oh my god, none of that happened, and then they share. Look, should we? I'll pay for it. Okay. Great. Okay, we're on the same page.
But so they find Earth, And they're like, what happened to the Templars? Oh, they were 1 degree off, so they died in the time warp.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There
Can't
it
be
is.
1 degree off.
Problem solved.
Right.
Yeah.
Take back 1 Kadan to honor the god whose arc this is. They were off just by
They
1
were off.
degree.
Which then prompted
And-
me to look up how much more water there is in other planets and moons around us.
Oh,
and
yeah, we
Europa
looked at
is
Europa.
apparently a way better option.
Yeah, scientifically, this movie is a little questionable.
Well, but the movie just
But I bet-
ends too. They're like, "Oh, we found
does,
Earth.
yep. We
High
did it.
fives all around.
Credits roll.
And credits
Since they're-
roll."
We are
Since
out
they're
of money.
pirates, I don't anticipate they're gonna like set up a legitimate trade route. I think they're
There's-
just gonna create the biggest black market the Templars have ever seen.
Yeah, it's got a fantastic sequence, but then it just sort of ends. You
Mhm.
know,
Some
Like,
some
yeah, we
point
did
you're out of
it.
money, and you're like,
Yeah.
how many more set pieces do you want, Nathan? We gave you
So
Mad
many
Max.
more.
We gave you Aliens.
I
We
wanted
get-
so much more of this movie. I wanted this movie to never
we
end.
gave you Amazons and unicorns.
We
and
gave you a
Bruce Valance, who
unicorn
had-
on a
who was
soundstage with
just
so much
ahead.
dry ice. I will say that the sex scene does end with what I would call for its time some pretty progressive female oral sex.
Yes.
I don't know how to say
Yes.
this politely, but for its era and its time, him going down frame I thought was very, very classy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the eruption of all that water.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. So, on a scale of 1 robot shitting itself to 10 robots shitting itself, how do you rate the Ice Pirates?
I think in the way Nathan said, if you're watching it alone, I'm going to give it 4 self-shitting robots. But if you are with a group and you are with some friends and like you just have 1 drink. You don't even need 2. You don't need 3. Just one,
Don't need 2.
something to enjoy yourself.
4
It's
not
at least
recommended.
an 8. It's at least an 8 if you have a
Yeah.
group to like
I'm
enjoy.
on
it.
I'm on the same page. Like I would give this like a 5 or a 6. If, I'd probably give it a 6 the first watch. You know, just if you're watching it on your own. But this is like one of those perfect watching with a bunch of friends. You're not taking it too seriously. It's definitely kind of like an 8 under those circumstances.
Yeah, I'm right
know.
there with you guys.
Yeah, like
Is the-
like one of those like cult classic screenings. You know.
Mhm.
like, there was genuinely a ton of effort put into this film. Like there's nothing lazy about it, and I think that helps sell the comedy and the tone so much better. It does not feel like a cash grab or anything. Like, the set pieces are huge. Like some of these sets, I'm genuinely like, my god, like you guys built a whole space Tortuga pirate place,
They did.
and you were
They
filming on it
did.
for 7 days or whatever.
I think I need more people to know about this movie. Like, I need this to not have been something I hadn't seen until recently. Like, I need just like the only other time that we've watched a movie that I felt that way about was Runaways with
Oh
Tom
my gosh.
Selleck, where I was like, more people need to know about this movie.
Mhm.
More people need to know about Ice Pirates. I'm going to champion Ice Pirates and get it out there into the world because,
That's
like,
great.
you're right. If you're just by yourself, like, oh, I'm going to watch a little sci-fi picture, I'll throw in Ice Pirates. You'd be like, what is happening? But you get even one friend over to watch it with you, and all of a sudden it's a party.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I think it works, you know, like Ron Perlman and Anjelica Huston and whoever plays Killjoy as our and whoever plays Roscoe as our B characters are also like immediately likable. We're rooting for them. Robert Ulrich is a lovable asshole and we're rooting for him. There's craziness and it all pays off in the end. So I think this movie ends at an 8.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. Sean, you're not allowed
Okay.
to rate it if you differ with us.
If it's no, I'm right there with you. That 5-6 alone, elevated by friends in a crowd. I would love to watch it with a genuine crowd.
Perfect. That would be perfect. So what about a deep cut recommendation? If you like Ice Pirates, you'll also like what?
So I've
For
got
me, oh, go ahead,
mine's
Sean.
a little connected to even that stage play still, but at
Oh,
the
yes.
time,
We need to
these
go more. Yeah, we need to go into the stage play.
the
Jeez.
students were, I guess, given a choice, and it was either this
Oh.
or Time Bandits, and for some reason they all denied Time Bandits. But I love Time Bandits. That's maybe not a deep cut because it's a pretty popular film, but it's got some of that same wonky 80ness, like kind of big set pieces, but then sometimes like your Roman costumes might be a little cheap or something on you. But
It has the same vibe. Like Time Bandits has the same vibe.
Yeah, I think Time Bandits like coalesces into like it a little more. Like somehow it just congeals into like a slightly better executed product. But
Yeah.
I think they both go for that same level of fun.
I agree. A great choice.
Drew, what you got?
If you liked Ice Pirates, you'll like the Omega Virus, Milton Bradley's 1992 first electronic talking board game. So it's a few years later, and there is no water shortage, but it is campy sci-fi, high budget, ridiculous hijinks, and just for some reason the aesthetic reminded me of this board game that I've loved for years and years. It's just
I'm looking at the pieces on it, and these little they look like the little robot cyborg people.
Yeah.
Ice Pirates.
That's awesome.
That is what it evoked in me.
I think that's our first board game recommendation. I love it. I can't believe it took this long.
Wow.
That's perfection. What do you got, Nathan Blackwell?
So I feel like another movie that sits in the same realm of like that midnight screening, see it with an audience. Oh my God, this is over the top. Is the 1980s Flash Gordon.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Soundtrack by Queen.
Flash.
That's one of those ones that we've been asked to do by a couple of people.
Yeah.
And we haven't done.
We haven't done it.
Yeah, I may be
Seems
slightly
straight up your
defensive
alley.
because I prefer like the old like late 30s, 40s Flash Gordon, and this is like a campy Rocky Horror almost version of Flash Gordon, but it's still fun. It's still fun under the right circumstances. Yeah.
It's funny because I'm watching quietly the trailer in the background for that one, and I get so much Voyage Trekkers from this. But you guys are obviously because you're both pulling from the old Flash Gordon, right? So.
Yeah. I'm sure there's bleed over,
It's funny that you mentioned that, Sean, because that's my deep cut recommendation. Is Voyage Trekker.
Perfect segue.
Yes.
Nice.
The whole time I was watching this, I was just like, I can't believe Nathan hasn't seen this because there's so much Captain Sunstrike and Jason. Even down to like their costumes and like their like the way they seem. I just kept thinking of Voyage Trekkers, so I want to recommend the web series Voyage Trekkers. It can be seen on squishystudios.com. My favorite episode is called Laser Swords at Dawn. And I think Drew, aren't you in it at some point?
I am a fierce alien.
Yeah.
I think even that scene is myself, Sean, and Jared, our old cowboy stunt director.
That's great. Yeah, in the TV episode we did a half-hour episode that was kind of like the last big Voyage Trekkers thing that we did. We did 2 seasons of the web series, and then
then a big old episode.
4 or 5 episodes. Yeah, 4 or 5 years later, we did like a big old like half-hour episode, like if this was a TV show.
And it's all brilliant, and so I recommend it.
Yeah, and I think Sean is killed twice.
Yeah, I'm killed in the web series. I die. Well, it's funny is one of the there was a little kid in the episode that I die in who my blood sprays on this little kid's face. And this was, I don't know how many years ago. And last semester, that little kid was now a young adult and was in my film class.
No.
Amazing.
And we were like, oh crap,
my
we were
God.
on set together. And he's also in last movie ever made. So it was kind of a
That's
cool
awesome.
small world.
That's terrific.
It's like, last time I
Oh.
saw you, you were just a small, like 12-year-old pretending to cry.
Oh, wonderful.
Crying for my death.
So Sean, where can people find and support your filmmaking? Where can they find and support Forever Home?
Yeah, totally. So we operate under our production company, Third Productions. So you can find all of our work at thirdproductions.com, find our YouTube, Instagram. Honestly, not as good keeping the Facebook up to date nowadays, but we're there too. And if anything big happens, will be posted there. And then Forever Home, we're looking to get release that to the public this coming year. Foreverhomemovie.com. That's where all the news will be. We're on all the socials with Forever Home Movie. And that's just kind of like a goofy horror comedy about a young couple who buy a haunted house and realize it's haunted. Kind of that classic setup with our own goofy spin on it.
Wonderful. Drew, where can people find and support you? Can they go see the Child's Play?
DrewLatham.com. Yes, absolutely. That'll be playing in Scottsdale at the Scottsdale Center for the Arts. DrewLatham.com or Drusif Laser on Instagram, DrUSEPHLAZOR. A lot of updates are just involved with Forever Home as well right now. So that's what I'm pushing. We want to get that out to the public and let the people see. So
Yes, I can't wait to see it. I want to see it for sure. Nathan, where can people support?
How do we stalk you, Nathan?
Yeah, how do we stalk you?
Well, squishystudios.com is the easiest, but if you go on YouTube and you type in Squishy Studios or Voyage Trekkers, then all our stuff will show up there. But yeah, it's split between all the Voyage Trekkers as its own YouTube channel, and then Squishy Studios is kind of like all the other stuff, the short films, the feature films. So.
And the last movie ever made will be coming to something near you soon, right?
That's the hope. We don't know when it's releasing. It'll be next year, possibly in the spring. But yeah, when I know more, then I'll definitely be sleazy and push it a lot. So
that will be a parade.
Yeah,
nothing sleazy about it.
I don't feel like we dived enough into the stage production story.
The staged adaptation of Ice Pirates.
Yeah.
Again, the most frustrating thing is that there was Time Bandits or Ice Pirates, and Ice Pirates somehow won out over Time Bandits. We had a high school drama director who was either really lazy or a genius. I don't know, depending who you talk to. But his trope was just to take an 80s movie script, pare it down, and then let high schoolers do it on a stage. So this was not a one-off. He loved Ice Pirates so much. This was everything from 9 to 5 before it was ever a musical, when it was just the Dolly Parton film. This is
he did that a bunch, because we did Tootsie before it was a musical. We did Young Frankenstein before it went to Broadway. So he was onto something, I think.
He was a pioneer.
He was a pirate.
Yeah, he was
exactly.
And so how long were these productions?
Like a standard stage play, 90 minutes to 2 hours, and they
so
probably 5 to 6 weeks of rehearsal. And the best part, just like the film, was of course the time warp sequence.
Oh my gosh.
How would you?
And then they gotta take out some of we were trying to remember how. Okay. We remember how they handled the castration on stage, or if they just cut that.
Yeah. What? I can't imagine. Like, the movie's 90 minutes. Like, what are you filling it with? Because you're obviously going to be cutting out a bunch of things.
Like
You
the
know?
Mad Max part.
Yeah,
I mean,
and,
he
like,
also would sometimes boldly go for it and think, I'm not going to rule out that kids weren't dragged across the stage in some Mad Max.
By unicorns.
Like, we did Purple Rose of Cairo, and we did all this pre-filming so that during the stage play, the movie was on the screen happening, and then the character walked off the frame onto the stage. So,
That's incredible.
like
that's
we
awesome.
we would go for it. So with the Ice Pirates, it's like, yeah, he probably did try that Mad Max sequence foolishly.
Yeah.
I have a hard time remembering it. I saw it probably once, and I think I was literally in the booth with our drama teacher, just kind of like, getting the director's commentary during the show, not just watching it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like a genius to me. That sounds like
So cool.
a pioneer and a genius. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much for being here with us today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking all the way to the end. If you want more Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast, you can find more at truestory.fm. You can sign up to be a member of the podcast where you'll get episodes early. A week early, and you also get access to the True Story FM discords where you can find out a little bit extra, not only about our podcast but about all the other fabulous podcasts on True Story FM. And while you're out there in the world, it's a new year. Make sure you're being excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
Party on, dudes.
Party on, dudes.
Whoa.
Whoa.